nighttime breathing. At European Sleepworks, they have many options to help side sleepers create the comfort and stability they need. From their unique contoured mattresses to their patented custom-fit oxygen pillows. After all, for over 50 years, they've been working on your side. And that's a good thing. European Sleepworks at Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley or online at sleepworks.com.
At 11:28, we check in with your local Honda dealer's traffic center. We recheck Richmond with Victor.
And still heavy traffic in both directions of 580. The incident happened in the westbound direction at Bayview Avenue. It's an overturn, a big rig. It went through some guardrails, landed on the right-hand shoulder down an embankment, but the right lane is closed in that area where the crash happened. So expect delays in both directions approaching Bayview Avenue. Also in Oakland, looking at slow traffic in both directions at 880. Southbound coming out of downtown Oakland right after the 980 merger. Doesn't really ease up to get about High Street. In the northbound direction before 66th Avenue, you are off and on the brakes and get past 23rd Avenue. And Hayward, expect to slow traffic on 880 southbound before you get to Winton Avenue. There's a report of quite a bit of boulders in the right lane. You're slow from right around 238. And also Milpitas, still looking at heavy traffic coming out of Fremont on 880 southbound from just before 237 is where the crash is being located. Now it's being reported that the second, third, and fourth lane from the left are now blocked due to this big rig that's involved in this crash, and traffic is backed up to Dixon Landing Road. Your next traffic update, 11:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Gorgeous day out there, although it's going to be a little cooler than yesterday. 60s at the beaches, 70s around the bay, low to mid 80s inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8s and All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
News that matters to you. Around the bay, around the world, around the clock. All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Tuesday, September 27th, 2022. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Megan Goldsby on what happens next for the Alameda County Sheriff's Department now that dozens of deputies have been demoted for not passing psych evaluations.
Legal experts take as Oath Keepers go on trial in connection with the January 6th insurrection. Good morning. I'm Holly Kwan. It's 11:31.
CBS News Brief. Hurricane Ian is weakening a bit, but it's still expected to hit Florida with life-threatening storm surge. FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell is warning people not to ignore warnings.
If people are told to evacuate by their local officials, please listen to them. The decision you choose to make may mean the difference between life and death.
President Biden says he's working on lowering health care costs for millions of Americans.
A big cost and big concern for most folks is prescription drugs and other health care. Reducing that cost and concern is one of my top priorities.
Huge gas pipelines from Europe to Russia may have been sabotaged. CBS's Kimmy McCormick.
If the pipelines are shut down, it would cut off gas deliveries from Russia to Germany and Central Europe, and gas prices will surely go up again.
The nationwide average in the U.S. is $3.75 a gallon, according to AAA. CBS News Brief. I'm Monica Ricks.
KCBS News Time, 11:32. The founder of the Oath Keepers, a far-right anti-government group, along with 4 other members, go on trial today on charges of seditious conspiracy over the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. For a closer look, we're joined on the KCBS Ring Central Newsline by Rory Little, professor at UC Hastings College of the Law and former federal prosecutor who previously clerked at the Supreme Court. Rory, this is the highest profile prosecution so far, so how big of a deal is it, and what's weighing on the government's case?
Well, it's a very big deal for a couple of reasons. One is the United States has not lost a jury trial in a January 6th related prosecution, and so they don't want to lose this one. And second, this is a very high-profile charge, seditious conspiracy. You don't see seditious conspiracy charged every day. You don't see it charged every year. It's a very unusual charge, and a lot of people are suspicious of the charge because conspiracy is always a little bit, mushy and a little bit formless. But it's a very serious charge because there was a group effort, this is what the government alleges, to interfere with the process by which we select the president. Stuart Rhodes, who's the lead defendant, is a graduate of Yale Law School. He's not going to be able to claim that he didn't understand the law or that he doesn't understand what conspiracy is. He knew what he was doing. And so the United States has chosen this to be the first case, the lead case, if you will, because the facts are really pretty outrageous. And this charge is a very important one for the government to win.
Now, prosecutors allege that they stashed guns just outside of D.C. I mean, do you think that there's anything that comes up in this trial that will surprise the American public?
Well, we'll see. We'll see whether the American public pays much attention to a lot of the details or whether they just listen to whatever spin CNN or Fox puts on the case. There isn't any dispute about these guns being stashed in a hotel nearby, as they were. There isn't any dispute that it was Stuart Rhodes and his friends who did that. The real question is, did they intend to use those guns in a way that would, threaten a violent rebellion or overthrow against the United States? The facts aren't really in dispute. The question is, what is the jury going to be able to infer about their intent? Will they be able to persuade the jury that they really didn't intend anything serious here and they were just waiting for further directions from the president or something like that?
This trial expected to last about 5 weeks. I can't imagine what it would be like to be a juror on this trial.
Well, being a juror for 5 weeks is no fun. I mean, a 5-week trial is no fun for anybody. The jury, I'm sure, will be told not to read media. It's hard to imagine that they'll even pick a jury that doesn't know something about the January 6th case or what happened on January 6th. So, it'll be hard. I don't think they'll be sequestered. That is, they won't be made to live in a hotel for 5 weeks. And one hopes that they will keep an open mind, see the evidence as it's presented in court, and make a decision beyond a reasonable doubt, which is what they have to do in a criminal case.
Okay, so that starts today. And where are the key parts that a legal expert would watch? Would it be for how long it takes to pick a jury, what the jury looks like, or when they actually start to present evidence?
Well, I'm a former trial lawyer, and so for me, presenting the evidence is the most important part. We'll have to make sure that the government's evidence comes in the way they intended, and we'll see whether there's any further evidence to put on or not. They can hold things in surprise. The opening statements will be important to see exactly what they say they can or can't prove and what the defense says. Picking a jury is very important, but I think putting too much weight on who the jurors are really is not a useful exercise. The media will be very interested to look at the makeup of the jury. One hopes that any 12 citizens that don't have a very clear bias will just decide the case dispassionately based on what they see in court.
Rory, thanks for the time. Rory Little, professor at UC Hastings College of Law and former federal prosecutor and clerk at the Supreme Court. 11:36 at KCBS. 2 minutes away for another traffic check with Victor.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Cuomo premieres on News Nation Monday, October 3rd at 5 p.m. Pacific. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
Did you know System Pavers has been designing and installing outdoor living systems for 30 years? Since 1992, we've helped more than 80,000 homeowners transform the way they enjoy their outdoors, and they've been happily talking about this ever since.
If I would have known how quick and easy replacing our crumbly old driveway was going to be, I would have contacted System Pavers years ago.
We had a small issue with our outdoor kitchen, and System Pavers went above and beyond to make it right. Excellent service.
I'm Larry Green of System Pavers, and nothing makes my day more than hearing how the quality, beauty, and durability of our work has helped thousands of families make the most of their outdoor space.
For a limited time, you can take advantage of special financing and save 10% on an outdoor transformation that'll get people talking too. Call System Pavers at 800-PAVE-004 or visit SystemPavers.com today. Orders must be placed by September 30th. See website for all the details. Financing subject to credit approval. Contractor's license 61575 and paid for by the Sentinel Group.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone that has been diagnosed with cancer after using such products as Johnson & Johnson Baby Powder and Shower to Shower. Recent media studies have shown that use of talcum powder can cause ovarian cancer. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using these products, then you may be entitled to significant compensation. In July 2018, a jury awarded $4.7 billion to 22 women whose ovarian cancer was linked to Johnson & Johnson's telecom-based products. Don't wait another day to see if you're eligible. Call us at 800-761-5875. That's 800-761-5875. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you, and you'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Time restrictions may apply. So call now, 800-761-5875. That's 800-761-5875. Again, 800-761-5875.
11:38 at KCBS. They must have cleared that crash in Milpitas. You've got eyes on it with Victor in your local Honda dealers traffic center.
Yeah, that they did. All lanes are now cleared, but you still have very heavy traffic. It's on 880 southbound. Just as you approach 237, multiple lanes were closed due to a semi-truck involved with a few other cars. Everything is now on the right-hand shoulder, but you're still backed up beyond Dixon Landing Road coming out of Fremont. But the better news, all lanes are now open. Once you pass 237, it's a smooth ride as you continue into San Jose. And Oakland still looking at heavy traffic in both directions at 880. Northbound from 66th Avenue to, let's just say, right around 5th Avenue. After that, it's a smooth ride into downtown Oakland. Speaking of downtown Oakland, southbound 880, that's where you're slow coming out of the downtown area. So right around High Street. After that, it opens up nicely as you continue on 880 all the way to 238 in the San Leandro area. And in Richmond, still very heavy traffic on the westbound, well, for that matter, in both directions, but westbound 580, right at Bayview Avenue, there's a crash, overturned big rig, went down an embankment on the right-hand shoulder. Looks like now the two right lanes are blocked off, so you're barely squeezing by only in the left lane, causing a slowdown in the southbound direction as well. Your next traffic update, 11:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Real pretty day out there. You might want to go for lunch outside. Don't take a sweater. Chills too, though, because you're looking at 60s at the beaches, 70s around the bay, low to mid 80s inland. Clouds will come back tonight and hang around tomorrow morning. We'll see much of the same temperatures tomorrow. Traffic and weather together on the 8s and all news 1069 and AM 740 KCBS.
A booster shot can help enhance protection against COVID-19 after a primary series of vaccinations, which wanes over time. Schedule your appointment when eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to getrefunds.com/news, click on Qualify Me, and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com/news. That's getrefunds.com/news.
The Grand National Rodeo is making its triumphant return to the Cow Palace on October 7th and 8th. Don't miss the awe-inspiring action of the Bronc and Bucks of bareback riding, steer wrestling, bull riding, and all that you love about the rodeo. Get your tickets now at cowpalace.com and click Grand National Home. The anticipation is high for the 2022 Grand National Rodeo, October 7th and 8th.
Cars for Kids. Never worry about dealing with your old car again. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today or donate online at carsforkids.org for next day pickup. That's Cars with a K.
KCBS News Time 11:42. Despite dozens of officers being pulled off their regular duty in Alameda County, the Sheriff's Department says the public doesn't need to worry about safety or response times. KCBS's Megan Goldsby reports they're hoping to get the deputies back to work as soon as possible.
We've been telling you on KCBS about the 47 Alameda County Sheriff's deputies who were demoted after it was discovered they did not pass psychological tests with a high enough score to have been hired in the first place. This came about, says Lieutenant Ray Kelly, after everyone's files were examined in the aftermath of a deputy being arrested in connection with a double murder.
We notified our sheriff, and immediately he took action and had those officers
reassigned to desk duty, administrative duty, and temporarily suspended their peace officer powers pending